Hi guys, welcome to my channel, Lighting Your Sunshine, where we like to shine a light within and empower ourselves. There's a hair. Alright, so I just woke up. I had another video scheduled for today, but my guides kind of told me to hold off on that. There's still more energy to be unfolded and to play out, and you don't really want to show your cards yet. And I was like, okay. So I actually did try to start one, and it was like just chaos. I got like Mr. Monsters in the background here, and he's just going through the curtains, and like Cooper's barking and chasing, and it was chaos. So let's just start over again, get clarity, because that reading was getting so confusing and so muffled. And yeah, fresh start. So we're going to use the Gaia Oracle. And then with that, we're going to use folklore. So let's start off with the Gaia. Just let me clear that real quick. I don't want any of that confusion energy coming through, because that was weird. I feel like it almost was like playing onto the one that's like, don't show your cards yet. And it's like, hold it close to your chest. I'm like, yeah, but why is the same message coming out? And yeah. So, switch up the story and actually just tell the perfect message that the collective needs to hear. So the first card to come out was the Search with apprehension. It says feeling lost, confused, and lonely. And this one says moving out into the world, doubt and fear. So I'm seeing that. It's really showing. I'm seeing this one mostly. And then we have Sacred Heart, which is the back of them in reverse. Passion, love, spiritual communion. So I see someone going through a tough time emotionally, and this emotions is affecting them physically. You're just kind of tired, and it's like things around you are like sunny and bright and happy, but you're just kind of tired, and you're just like, meh. And so I see it like you have things to go do, as I said, moving out into the world. But it's almost like letting doubt and fear and everything kind of crouch up and steal your oomph. So you gotta go do things. I'm seeing someone kind of be bedridden in sadness or fear and doubt, as that card said. And yeah. Feeling lost, confused, and lonely, because there's something to do with love and the heart. The heart's taking a huge hit right now. And so with the folklore cards, the first one that came out was Badger. We have the Ash Tree in reverse. And then we have Luna in reverse. So, I want to read Badger, just because it came up in the upright. If I could spell, I'd be going in the right direction. So this Badger is all about gratitude. And when you're in the energy of gratitude, that like really sparks your heart. It almost like it will overpower any doubt or fear that you have. So this one says, the only characteristic more commonly recognized in badgers in their black and white stripes is their tenacity. Known for standing their ground when facing larger, more dangerous foes, badgers would rather give their own life than back down. Their burrow, called a set, is a system of interconnected tunnels and chambers that can be as deep as 5 meters, which is 16 feet underground, and up to 15 meters, 49 feet long. So impressive are these dwellings that during medieval times, it was believed that sets must have been the product of many badgers working together. The lore started that one badger would lie on its back a tree branch clamped between its teeth and sticking out at either side of its mouth. The badger would pile stone, dirt, and other debris from their evacuation onto its belly. Then one badger on each side would drag the loaded up badger out of the tunnel as if it was pushing a wagon. Because they were often found buried underground, it was thought for a long time that badgers held funerals for their dead. A more common explanation is their set may have collapsed and trapped them underground. You don't need to read the rest. So what I see with the ash and the moon. So the moon is usually about illusions and things like that. It's about things that you can't quite see. And so here she's kind of like looking at the sun, right? The sun's there. And it says like the search, feeling lost. Because there's just this veil of like, you know, nighttime. In the day, you can see. But in the dark, it's like more of an emotional feeling navigation. And you need your heart for that. This one says passion, love, and spiritual communion. So even in this badger energy, as in the sets, it said like there's groups of them. So in this one, I'm seeing someone being very lonely and isolated. As it says, moving out into the world with doubt and fear. So that doubt is just a little bit of the moon energy, the illusion. And what I thought was interesting with this badger card is how it talked about how deep it kind of goes. And that's what like the ash is bringing me to. So the moon also controls the tides and water. And so I saw that with the ash tree. And so for what it says in the ash tree, do you see how there's like all these lines? It says it's believed that like from the roots go all the way up through the ash tree. So it's like that's almost the same. So that's what I'm seeing is like pulling all this. And I see water also as emotions. And so if the badger was gratitude, those emotions would ignite that sacred heart. So there's something that we need to find a little bit of gratitude to. And what I see with this ash tree is, as it said, from the roots all the way up to the top. I feel like, because I did read it, and you know what? Ash tree did come out in the last reading, so that's why I didn't really want to read it. But let me read it to you so that you know what I'm talking about, rather than just what's in my head. There was a widespread belief that ash's roots grow as strands through the entire tree, from the deepest roots to the most widespread bough. This connection from foot to head was thought to give ash not only strength but also flexibility. In ancient Greece, the Melanae were the nymphs of the ash born from the drops of blood that fell to the earth when Cronus castrated Uranus. They were thought to have given birth to the third generation of humankind, the Bronze Age. The Celtic sorry, I just woke up and my mouth doesn't want a mouth. The Celtic god Lu and his warriors carried spears made of ash because of the wood's strength. Many cultures have used the ash tree to make tools like axes, handles, weapons, blah, 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 blah. And so that's what I'm seeing. I'm seeing someone, well, what's interesting is, as this said, the tenacity of the badger. The badger will go and go and go. Like they just have like, it said, almost like the wagon in that Burrow story for the set. But what I see it is like a work ox. Like it's just like you can pile on and pile on and pile on. But I think that there's too much weight. And that there is a time that you need to let things go. And so it's kind of felt this compressed energy. Cooper Doos, you got bark breath. Leave it alone. Come here. I see you. Are you gonna go lay down? Okay. He was just so loud in the last video. And so I see it like piling on them and like not having that tenacity, not going out there and like building things forward. It's just like, it's like crushed and trapped and lost. And when I look at this, I see little hearts in the earth. Which brings me back to the sacred heart. So there's no gratitude, there's no excitement, no joy, no passion. So I feel like now we can pull more cards. They're saying like water would be important. I'm seeing like drink more water, go to the water, something to do with water. And the only reason why it's important to go get water is because of these next cards. So we have Sacred Earth Mother with the Flame Tree and Reflections in reverse. So this one looks like the moon is being reflected. But here, I feel like this is the true energy. This is the beginning, right? Especially when you're a kid. Kids seem to be their most authentic selves until we tell them how to be. And that's what I feel like this is your heart. Your heart is this huge, glowy, happy, whatever. And then so somewhere along it's like all these blows happened and it kind of like shrunk and shrunk and shrunk. And then it kind of like got in reverse. It started to like be more stuck in the mind. And so this person might be going through, I don't know, they don't have that oomph or that happiness for life. So it could even be something that's like a depression. And so if that's the case, like, is there anyone you can talk to get help? Like, is it a chemical imbalance? Is it something that happened that maybe you can like talk through? I don't know. Like maybe someone can help you with that. But this is a message of love, and there's the two people there. And the reason why this one was in reverse, as it said, was spiritual communion. I feel like there's been a loss or a disconnection. And I was like, I think water is really important in this. And water represents emotion. And it's because everything's on fire. Just a little bit of like, and you know what I saw? When I was like, you could drink water or go to the ocean. What I really saw was the importance of needing rain. Rain was really important. The flame tree says, the start of something new. And then to go from there, right? I feel like everything's on fire and this sacred heart is on fire. Like fire can be a good thing. The sun is a positive thing, but too much sun sometimes, and not enough water, not like moisturizing things. So now I'm being brought to the ash tree. How it said that they believe the roots go all the way up through it. So that's pulling water. So I'm seeing like a really healthy tree. And I can't remember if that was in reverse or not. I think it was in reverse. The badger was upright and these two are in reverse. So this ash tree hasn't got enough water pulled up through it. So now it's just like dry and dead wood. And so those are the trees or the forests that tend to burn the easiest. They catch on the quickest. So what I'm seeing is like wind come through. And like this wind be so fast that like the sun, it was so hot that this spark happened and this fire happened. But I'm seeing like the wind coming through and it's just almost so quick and it almost burns everything in its sight. But fire and water are opposites, right? And they're both equally destructive and they're both healing in their sense. But what I'm seeing is like a healthy tree have all this water, and it's like when the fire comes, it's almost like it goes around it and then she keeps going because it's looking for those dried out dead ones essentially. And this is the energy that I'm not saying that this is a dead energy, but I feel like with that lack, right? I don't want to go out. I don't want to do things. Maybe this person's not drinking enough water, eating, right? I see like this is almost bedridden. And so it's saying a little bit of reflection. Reflection is the illusion, self-examination, and distortion. So what was it? What was it that kind of, I see this heart be this big. And then something kind of knocked you off that. And it was a side swipe or something, or maybe you saw it coming, but you just weren't ready for it and you never would be ready for it. I don't know. But how can you find gratitude for the situation, right? Doing a little bit of self-reflection. What are you learning from this? Like, what did you gain from this experience to have, let's say if this is love, because there's a message of love, and this one was all about spiritual communion, and I see two people. Let's say there was a separation between two people. What did they teach you? At the end of the day, could you like let go of that person and still wish them the best, even though it's not with you? Could you express yourself? Is that something that's been able to be shared? Because with this badger, it said like their tenacity, but they're also like community animals. And so, I don't know, was this badger being a lone wolf type energy? Because it's very lonely like this, I'm seeing that. Or did that end up after? Let me see, what can I'm hearing water, water everywhere and not a drop to drink. And when I saw that, oh, goosebumps. Water, water everywhere, not a drop to drink. And then I saw all the water everywhere was tears. It was like sadness, and it really hurt my heart to see that, actually. And so I feel like this emotion is good. I'm hearing 7 years of rain for someone. But then I saw rain, and then I saw it spelled like rain, R-E-I. Oh man, goosebumps again. Rain. You had like 7 years of rain. But I'm hearing like in those 7 years, it was like not emotional. It was like a controlling kind of thing. Like, I'm king, and kings don't cry. And so now this water, I saw the fire happening. I saw the destruction. I saw those kind of things. And now afterwards, as the destruction and everything's been burnt, unfortunately, this ash tree got burnt. There's a need to do some reflection. And I'm seeing like a tough exterior finally kind of be gone. I think that's what got burnt away. That's exactly what got burnt away. They said that you've been tough for 7 years, and now the rains are coming, and I just see emotion and crying and all these things. And yeah, I was like, okay, we need to wrap this up, because I forgot I had some stuff I need to do this morning. So I was like, oh damn, I've been wasting time with that last video. That one was chaotic. Oh, can't put that out. So I was like, we need to wrap this up, because this is what I'm seeing. I'm seeing someone be kind of bedridden in sadness. They feel lost and lonely. It seems like they lost out on a spiritual connection of being part of this set. Even these badgers, right? These badgers was all about gratitude. So it's like, how can you find gratitude in this situation? Because what I see is like 7 years of being in this badger energy and the tenacity type side of it, rather than working and building this underground system together. I'm seeing it be more of like that tough one. And so 7 years of rain has finally stopped. And now the heart, you like look around and you're like, all the tunnels collapsed, everything's on fire. What happened to this forest? And so now that's where that, what's this word? Apprehension has come in. And it's like, oh, I see the king or whoever was in rain being like, I need to do some self-reflection. What did I do? And then feeling lost. It's like I was on top of my game, and then now I see as everything's burnt and everything's gone and collapsed, I'm seeing the real rain set in. Not the R-E-I-N, but the R-A-I-N. And I see that rain cleansing and clearing, which you can be grateful for, the finally being able to release that. That's huge. And so 3 cards, we're going to wrap this up, and then I got to go do what I got to do. So I was like, I want to like positive on something. I'm not going to leave someone just bedridden feeling bad and be like, well, you burnt everything down. Like, what's to come now? So the next cards to come out was achievement with keep focusing on your dream. We've got Gaia in reverse with wisdom, knowledge, and spiritual understanding. So there's still more for you to understand spiritually about this, especially with the rain coming. With the rain coming, there's emotions that you need to still a little bit reflect on. We have Ganesh coming out last with clearing obstacles away, protection, and guidance. So over here, this person's feeling lost. They have no direction, feeling lost, confused, and lonely. But here's Ganesh. Ganesh wants to come and help you clear your obstacles. So how can we get those tunnels cleared out? How can we take away all the dead trees and debris, things like that? There's a spiritual lesson still to this. And that's the thing to be grateful for. And so it's like I see this fear of just getting up and trying because it's just going to be taken away. And that's not true. The only reason why things kind of happened is because I saw a rain going out of control. And now the real rain is coming in to cleanse. And so I'm seeing someone cry a lot, and I feel like I'm happy for you. I'm happy you can finally cry and express and show real authentic emotion and release that. Because that is clearing away obstacles. And once you finally can let that go, I see you having space for your dreams to kind of come in. You deserve what you knew you wanted. It's just you needed a little, like this one says, wisdom, knowledge, and spiritual knowing. I feel like this rain was all about like more very masculine energy, like controlling, but it's almost like the power was given them just because that, here's power. I don't know why you deserve it, but here's power. Go be bossy and mean to people. Or I don't know. Like it's almost like tight rein on things. I see it now like horses reins. Like you control where people go and do and things. And if there's no emotion in it, I see things drying out really quick because there's no water. And so things got burnt. It's okay. This still is your heart. It is and will always be your heart. And it may just be a tinier version of it, right? You might feel a little bit burnt, a little crusty or something, but you still are deserving. And this one is sacred. This is sacred heart. It's all about passion and love. And this one is sacred Earth Mother. You're very protected on this, especially Mother Earth. We have Gaia. It's that wisdom. She really wants you to learn to tap into the depths and the emotions of the heart. I'm seeing that flame in the heart. That's what you try to put out. It was like the ash tree didn't really burn down. The ash was the one that brought the emotions throughout that kept things healthy and, flowing. But the other rain kind of burnt the heart. So the heart felt that. And so that's why the gratitude's coming in. And then we have the moon with needing to reflect. Why is my heart on fire? What is my heart even trying to say? And I feel like when your heart's on fire, that's something you're passionate about. And when you're passionate about something, that's when you can go for achievements. And so, I don't know. I feel very confused for this person. And their heart, right? Look at all those little hearts on there. There's just more to learn. So your story's not done yet. Reflect on the heart. I feel like there's fire and water. There's all these emotions that are going through, and that fire is passion, and it's going to build you back up again. But there's just a little bit of a spiritual lesson still to learn. And when you finally have that moment, that aha eureka moment, that's when I just see change a scene. Give me a new scene. We got the eternal dance in reverse. Movement, wheel of life, path of least resistance. So once you kind of figure out what is this fire and what is this water, I feel the dance is going to come back again. The eternal dance, which is movement. Fire and water will both take the path of least resistance. But if you're having troubles, you can call on Ganesh, clearing away obstacles, protection, and guidance. But the main thing, the main person that you really can call in all of this, and you utilize her every single day. You wake up and she's already provided for you and protected for you and everything, but it is Mother Gaia. And Mother Gaia is the sacred Earth Mother. So if you don't feel good at this moment, right, just rest on her, right? Let her take that pain and help you transmute it to reflect into something that you can be grateful about. No more illusions, right? You want to feel in the flow, right? You want to have that nice up and down flow so that you can tap into your sacred heart, because there are things that you want and achievements that you want to go out for. But it seems like in this moment, someone's feeling a little bit lost and they have a lot of fear and doubt. So they stay a little bit bedridden. And the more and more they stay in bed and stop living life, the more and more it seems like things seem to go crazy and become worse. And so we call on Mother Gaia for that spiritual knowledge, that wisdom, that lesson that we can learn from it so that we've been grateful. And that gratitude will bring our heart together. And when we have gratitude and can understand the bigger picture and the reason why everything happened, that's with a message of love. That's that spiritual communion. And with that, all obstacles are removed. And you're free to go forward with the path of least resistance. So if you're in this tough time now, I don't feel like it's a forever thing. It's either one of two things, like just totally surrender. If this is your surrender moment, surrender. Give that to Mother Earth. And then if you've been in that surrender for a while and it's now become lethargic and like apprehension and like fear and doubt, and it's like keeping you stuck and like creating more chaos, it's like there's a little bit to find that spiritual lesson still. There's a little bit of gratitude and just a little bit of obstacle clearing. I feel like crying. I'm so happy to hear that you're crying, because it's like it's going to put out those fires. So I feel like that's a good spot. We'll leave it there. With that, have a good day, and we'll see you next time. Bye, guys.